So I think like everyone, yeah. So everyone, to have a better connection and as well as to get a better recording, we're going to record this session. So everyone who's not joining on time or maybe have another agenda and should leave earlier, they can watch the session again. And we're going to upload today's session into our Instagram platform and we'll inform it later. Okay, so I think that as everyone is here now, we're going to have the first agenda, which is a welcoming speech from the Excellency Mr. Imam Ashari, the Consul General Republic of Indonesia. Silakan Bapak Imam, waktu dan tempat dipersilahkan.
Bu Ika, maaf Bu Ika, salah sebut Bu Ika, mohon maaf. Assalamualaikum. Yes, Assalamualaikum everyone. I would like to convey my highest appreciations to your esteemed participation and active contribution. I wish to extend the beautiful weather today from Istanbul. The Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Istanbul has been operating since 4th of August 2012 with a working region covering 9 provinces in the Marmara region. We carry out consular and diplomatic missions to facilitate and promote on increasing cooperation between Indonesia and Turkey in terms of economy, trade, investments, tourism, education, and social culture. It also provides consular services and protective measures towards Indonesian citizens and legal entities. According to the data from the Turkish Statistical Agency, TÜİK, Indonesia's total trade volume to Istanbul in 2021 will reach $1.06 billion or 73% of the total value of Indonesia-Turkiye trade. Indonesia experienced a trade surplus with Istanbul, where the value of Indonesia's exports to Istanbul in 2021 was $942.2 million, an increase of 73% compared to 2019. The Marmara area is the backbone of the Turkish economy as a whole. According to the TÜİK, National Statistics Agency of the Republic of Turkey, about 80% of the share of trade activities between Indonesia and Turkey is related to the Marmara area. In the last 5 years, the total value of Indonesia's trade with the Marmara region in particular has reached $6 billion, with an annual average surplus of over $1 billion for Indonesia. However, the market share of Indonesian products is still very small, only about 0.59% of the total Turkish market. This gives an important note that the potential for increasing the economic value of Indonesian products in Turkey is massive. Hand in hand with the promising positive image of the relations between the two countries in the eyes of the people, which is getting better, giving a boost on the ascending positive trend of economic, trade, tourism, and cultural cooperation between Indonesia and Turkey. Indonesia's main export commodities to the Marmara area in 2021 are iron and steel products, which experience an increase of more than 300% from the previous year, followed by synthetic fiber, rubber, electronic products, tin, footwear, animal and vegetable fats and oils, motor vehicles and machinery, and goods products. Meanwhile, Indonesians' main import commodities from the Marmara area are machinery and metal products, chemical and mineral products, medical equipment, synthetic filaments, electronics, plastics, and weapons and ammunition. During 2021, the main promotional efforts to increase Indonesian export to Turkey in the working area of the Indonesian Consulate General in Istanbul are carried out through organizing and participating in trade fairs in the working area, namely COFEC Istanbul, Craft Istanbul, Turkish Audikauf, and Event Istanbul to December 2021. The Indonesian Consulate General also provided support for the Indonesian Pavilion at the OIC Halal Expo in Istanbul, which was coordinated by the Indonesian Ministry of Trade and the Indonesian Embassy in Ankara, South Sulawesi, MSME Business Matching, and Kobiat Bursa in 29 November 2021, as well as organizing a modest fashion show in Istanbul, December 5th, 2021, by Lumbung Indonesia and Indonesia Hijab Walks. On November 29, 2021, the Indonesian Consulate General in Istanbul also supported the business matching activity between 10 small and medium enterprises, SMEs, from South Sulawesi province with exchange SMEs who are members of the Kobiat Exchange UKM Association. The business matching activity was facilitated by Mr. Mehmet Jeran, General Manager of Erejan Group, who has experience and interest in trade cooperation with Indonesia. The delegation of the chairperson of the Indonesian Farmers Harmony Association, or HKTI, participated in the business matching activity. Everyone, considering the growth Indonesian powered business entities are ready to penetrate Turkish market, we would like to boost digital-based market access between Turkey and Indonesia through Hepsiburada. Currently, 32 or 36.2% of the total 42 companies established individually by Indonesian citizens or in partnership with the other Indonesian citizens, while 12 other companies were established in partnership with foreigners. From that number, 29 entities, or around 70% of the 42 companies, were founded by Indonesian citizens with capital or share ownership below 100,000 Turkish lira, or under 200 million rupiah, which shows the relatively large composition of Indonesian SME investment in Turkey. I have the confidence that this number will keep flourishing in upcoming years, just like how Indonesian restaurant is mushrooming in Indonesia. From 4 restaurants after COVID stroke, now we have 9 restaurants in Istanbul. This is real life example how Indonesian diaspora is eager to penetrate the Turkish market. Onwards, the Indonesian diaspora business community is also ready to be incubators for the upcoming business to the Marmara region. Started from this moment, I welcome all the speakers to share the bright ideas and useful information to our webinar participation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pak Imam, for the inspiring speech. So from Pak Imam, we've been exposed that Indonesia has participated not only in the offline exhibition, but also now we're moving forward to the digital marketing. That is the trend for today's market. Okay, now we're going to move forward to our first speaker, is Miss Sinem Unal. the Hepsiburada Global. So for Indonesian people, Hepsiburada Global is the leading marketplace in Turkey, and Misinem will provide us a perspective B2C platform as a solution to expand exporting business among small medium enterprise. But prior Misinem Una presentation, please hold your question because we're going to have a question and answer session in the end of the first batch. So please drop your question in the chat box. We try to discuss it one by one, but if the time is limited, then we're going to discuss it our platform. Thank you again, Pak Imam. Terima kasih sekali, Pak Imam, untuk...
Terima kasih, Bu Ika.
Ya, terima kasih ya, Pak. Dan kemudian untuk rekan-rekan, Bapak dan Ibu semua, sekarang kita akan mendengarkan pemaparan dari Misinem Unalp ya, dari Hepsiburada Global. Ini adalah marketplace terkini kalau di Turki yang akan memberikan kesempatan untuk kita supaya langsung bisa meraih, langsung berkenalan dengan para customer-customer kita. Misinem Unalp, please have your presentation.
Marjan from my team will be sharing the presentation.
Please.
Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes, we can see it. Okay, so as Hepsi Global, you can think of us as Hepsiburada's cross-border arm, and Hepsiburada is one of the biggest marketplaces in Turkey. So we are actually connected directly to Hepsiburada. So in our presentation today, we will talk about the Turkish e-commerce ecosystem, introduction to Hepsiburada ecosystem, and we will give you more detail on Hepsi Global. So these are actually the numbers of 2020, but we can actually share with you the 2021 numbers later on. But in 2020, e-commerce in Turkey actually grew quite a bit, and it has grown around 66% in 2020 compared to the previous year. Of course, we do see the effects of pandemic here, but also Turkey is a growing market overall. So the growth forecast between 2020 and 2024 indicates that e-commerce in Turkey will grow by an average of 23.7% annually, and it will increase to 2.3 times to its current size in 4 years. And we actually are able to see it from last year's numbers that this growth may even be bigger than what it says in here. So I will give you a little bit of information on Hepsiburada. Hepsiburada is actually the super app of Turkey. So we do have different initiatives within our umbrella. We do have value-added services, and we have logistics services as well that we provide as Hepsiburada. So as Hepsiburada, we do have an expedited delivery and frictionless return policy. Customers are able to do card splits on payments. They can get an instant loan, and they do have an option to trade in for electronics, for especially phones and that kind of daily electronics. We do have a loyalty club, and we do have a merchant supplier financing and advertising solution for our sellers. As far as new initiatives, we do have Hepsi Global, which we will talk about in the next couple of slides. We do have HepsiPay. It's a payment solution and a wallet service that we provide to our customers on hepsiburada.com and Hepsiburada app. We do have a HepsiFly where customers are able to buy actually flight tickets, and we also have Hepsi Express where customers are able to make purchases immediately for groceries and all other needs, and it will be delivered within 30 to 60 minutes. For as far as for shipment solutions, we have Hepsi Logistics. It's a fulfillment service for Hepsiburada. We have HepsiJet, which is a in-house last mile delivery network, and we also have HepsiMax, where we actually allow our customers to go and pick up their orders from actually parts of Turkey, Istanbul, in the cities where they cannot be found at their address, so they can go pick them up from there. So there are actually pickup points for us. And also, Hepsiburada is the first and only Turkish company listed on NASDAQ. So our gross merchandise value, GMV, grew by 58.2%. Our SKU base continues to actually double and triple by the day, not only for Hepsiburada, but for also Hepsi Global as well. And our number of orders are increased by approximately 44%. So for Hepsi Global, as I said at the beginning, Hepsi Global is a cross-border arm of Hepsiburada, and Hepsi Global is actually a marketplace. So our aim is to replicate Hepsiburada's success in Turkey within the region with Hepsi Global. So we have a very ambitious plan for 2025, and we are actually able to make some of those happen within the last year. So actually, Hepsi Global has a dedicated website, a platform. And you can think of us as using Hepsiburada as a marketplace in Turkey. We do have our own marketplace as hepsiglobal.com. And also, we do work as an integrator, which will allow us and our sellers to sell in other big marketplaces as well as we do partnerships with those marketplaces. So the sellers who actually onboard with us to hepsiglobal.com, they will have an immediate access to 32 million plus unique users in Turkey through hepsiburada.com. They will have an additional opportunity to reach to countries that are actually 4 hours flight time from Istanbul. At the moment, the sellers are able to sell to Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Israel, and we're aiming to open to 20 more countries by the end of this year. The customers are able to shop on their localized currency, and all of our sellers will have a team dedicated to them to give them operational support. And all of our platforms and all of our reports are all in English, so it's easy for everyone around the world to read them. As Hepsi Global, we also have an FBH model that we're working on, which is fulfillment by Hepsiburada. We are actually hoping to get this program up and running by the end of this year. So what we will do at our FBH program is that we will have hubs within Turkey and within Europe, which will work as fulfillment centers. So once the order is received, instead of the seller sending it from their country, we will actually be doing the fulfillment for them. So as a seller, you may ask why we should onboard to Hepsi Global. So we do have a couple of different things that we do and we offer to our sellers. The first one is that we are very seller-centered. So we want to make our sellers very happy. We actually evolve our world around them. So once you onboard, you will have a dedicated person who will actually walk you through your onboarding process. They will actually show you and send you the application documents. They will share with you all the documents that needed. If there's a mistake, if there are anything missing, they will let you know. And once your store is opened, the same team actually will train you on how to upload SKUs. And after you reach to a certain SKU number, that team will move you over to our seller management team, where again, you will have one dedicated person who will walk you through all of the other processes, order processing, if you have any customer service issues, if you have any, if you need any operational support, there will be someone who will actually take care of you and all of your needs, so you can actually only focus on your business instead of dealing with customer service issues. So we will give you an immediate access to Turkish markets. And you will have further access to the region with all the markets that we open to. So you will only upload your products to one seller portal, and you will be able to sell into, hopefully by the end of this year, to 20 different countries with just one click. We can move to the next slide. So our fulfillment and dispatch times. So what we do as Hepsi Global is we promise our customers that wherever they're buying their product from, or whichever country we're shipping it to, they will get it within 10 business days. So in order to meet that need, we actually ask our sellers to dispatch their orders within 24 to 72 hours. As far as logistics, we do have partnerships with experienced third-party companies. So for now, we do have a system that's being used. We use Turkish Airlines as shipping company, World Express. We do use air freight to send our products from seller to the end customer. So each country we go to, we find sellers from, we actually bring our own shipment solution. So the seller actually doesn't have to try to find a shipment solution for themselves. So we will have actually a warehouse, and all the seller needs to do is ship their merchandise from their warehouse to World Express's warehouse. And after that, we will actually take care of all the global shipment processes and all customs and duties. For tracking, we do have an integration with World Express. So again, the seller doesn't have to do anything on this. They will also be integrated to our system. Again, as I mentioned before, we do have a customer service team who is dedicated to actually give our customers the best experience that they can get. The product upload process, the seller is able to either upload it manually, or they can come to an API, and we do have an easy product upload process. We do have a 15 days unconditional return policy in Turkey and also in other countries that we work with. So the customers are able to actually return their purchase within 14 days. That's the legal timeline here. And payments, we do make 2 payments per month. So payments will be received 14 days after the product is delivered. So we would have to wait for the return days to be completed before we can actually make the seller a payment. So the simple process will go like this. You will get in touch with us. We will send you all the documents and information you need to create your account. Once the account is created, we will actually teach you how to use our portal or share with you our API connection so you can connect to. And you will start your product upload process. Again, our team will actually be there and help you to upload your products. and then they will immediately go live within 24 to 48 hours. And your products will be live on hepsiglobal.com as well as hepsiglobal.com. And also, once we have our partnerships with our other marketplaces, they will go live there at the same time. So once that happens and you receive your first order, again, our team is there to walk you through the whole process. You will pack your order, you will ship it, and you will be able to track the delivery time. And if there's no returns on your order, then you will receive a payment within 14 days. So we do have we do have, again, a very easy onboarding process. So you can either contact myself or you can contact my team if you like to become a seller on hepsiglobal.com. And thank you so much for joining today's session.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Sinem. That's a very inspiring presentation from you. And as a Hepsi customers, I would say that shopping in Hepsi is so much easy and convenient. So now I'm looking forward to have the Indonesian product here in FC Burada, so it's easiest for us to access our Indonesian food because we're craving sometimes, and also to have another product from us. Thank you so much, Miss Sinem. And also, I believe that there will be a lot of questions related with the FC Burada, but please be patient, please stand by, because we're going to discuss the questions once the presentation from Sarina and Entruk is finished. Okay? Oke, untuk Bapak dan Ibu, ini ya benar-benar inspiring ya gitu cerita dari Miss Sinem tadi gitu presentasinya gitu, karena memang saya sendiri jujur dari sekitar 4 tahunan ke belakang itu lebih banyak menggunakan platform online daripada platform offline untuk berbelanja, dan memang saya sudah membuktikan sendiri bahwa belanja di Hepsi Burada di sini ya itu mudah, kemudian juga cepat, dan mereka punya beberapa guarantee yang mungkin tidak di-provide oleh marketplace lokal. Jadi ini adalah opportunity yang bagus sekali. So hopefully that Indonesian product could be part of the Hepsi Burada ambition in 2025. Jadi ini adalah kesempatan yang bagus untuk Bapak dan Ibu. Silakan ya kalau ada pertanyaan untuk Miss Sinem ya terkait dengan Hepsi Burada, langsung tulis aja di kolom chat, dan nggak apa-apa pakai bahasa, nanti saya bantu untuk translate ke bahasa Inggrisnya, dan nanti kita akan bahas setelah sesi pertama ini selesai, karena berikutnya kita masih ada sesi dari Mr. Rakesh Kumar Ashok Atwani dari PT Sarina. So Mr. Rakesh is the trade director of PT Sarina, is a very well-known what we call it. Usually I always remember Sarina as the building, the most famous building in Tamrin with the McD, right, Mr. Rakesh? So everyone knows Sarina.
It's very true, Monica.
But yeah, but let's have a look whether Indonesian people still remember Sarina as a building, or maybe they already know that Sarina is now moving into the UKM center in Indonesia, right, Mr. Rakesh? So the time is yours now to provide your perspective on the role of Sarina as export aggregator for scaling up small, medium enterprise and market expansion. Please do, Mr. Rakesh.
Right, Monica, thank you very much, Monica, for that very warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, very good day to you all. To Mr. Imam Asyari, our Consul General based in Istanbul, thank you very much for having me as one of your speakers in today's session. Apology, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry, yeah. I had some disturbance, so I thought there was a connection error. Okay, right. So allow me to share my screen. Just 1 second. Okay, are you able to see it, Monica?
It's on. Yes, you can see it now.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. So again, to all the participants in today's web series. I hope you all are keeping well. So a little bit about PT Sarina. Let me, as Ms. Ika very correctly said, that Sarina is an iconic symbol of Indonesia, of Jakarta primarily, and I would like to address very few, some of the interesting facts shortly. Just a brief profile about Sarina, about what do we do in the Sarina export department, because as very correctly said by Ms. Ika a while ago, on our role on how we are able to help SMEs, small, medium scale companies to be able to bring up their products, and what is the role of Sarina in this entire ecosystem, wherein we develop the strengths of our SMEs and we are able to bring their products to the international platform. At the same time, we are able to fulfill what are all the requests of the international market, of the international buyers, in this case of the Turkish market, and we'll be more than happy to explore how we can collaborate. I would also like to explain about Sarina's trading house and some of our supporting functions that we carry out. So Sarina is Indonesia's first department store, ladies and gentlemen. It is the first high-rise building, the first building where the country has its first escalator installed. Established in 1962, we are a state-owned company, and we were established with the vision of able to empower local businesses, local fisheries, local farmers, local agricultural based products, to be able to bring them to the bigger community, to the bigger market. Yeah, of course, to fulfill the local requirement, and of course to bring them to the bigger market. To help everything doing this, Sarina is now going through and has in fact completed its transformation phase. So we currently have a brand new building with a lot of new business units that are today in Sarina that we are carrying out. So when we speak about Sarina, we speak about an ecosystem. That is our vision, to become an ecosystem for the creative industry in here. Now, when we say about the ecosystem, means not only to be able to boost our local products to scale up or to become an aggregator, but it is also to help them find markets through this kind of collaboration and through this kind of business matching or stakeholder discussions that we are having. Now, in the process of achieving this vision, ladies and gentlemen, Sarina focuses on various missions. The first is to focus on its retail business. Sarina, its business units we have into retail, into property, in trading. In trading, we have import, export, and then we have international business operations, and also we are going into duty free. So we will be the first state-owned company to operate the downtown duty-free in Jakarta mid of this year. And number 3 is to establish a trading house where we can help showcase the product of our SMEs to be able to export them. That's a very important role. Number 4, to bring about the synergies across various ministry that we have. So this could be whether it is the tourism industry, whether it is the small and medium company, so on and so forth. And the most important thing is, of course, to add on the shareholders' value, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Sarina, as I said, that this is the department that I'm heading, our trade department, in which we focus on imports and on export, supply chain, and international businesses. Now, when I'm talking about export, I like to take a moment to show you what Sarina has been exporting and what we do to be able to support the SMEs to go global. The very important word is how we can aggregate, how we can create the supply chain from our side, and we bring it to you. And we are open to listen to you what you need for the Turkish market, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we are always here to help. So our first important function is the sourcing function. So we conduct a lot of onboarding process. So we are looking constantly for SMEs, as our supply source. And then we go to the product curation concept. A very important element that we must consider while we are helping the SMEs to go global, is to curate them. To curate them means to tell them what are the international requirements when a product needs to be going global, right? When it comes to the certification and other aspects. And we really look at various aspects, starting from product packaging, etc. And of course, we focus on promotions. Yeah. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic situation, of course, we don't have offline events for quite some while, but we are looking forward to have this and to participate as things are moving to a more positive direction with the COVID, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, we have our trading house, which I will show you shortly. And what do we do there? And last but not the least is a very important function as well, and that is a support function wherein Sarina funds. Sarina provides funding to the local SMEs, and we scale them up. So if we have any purchase order from any market, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a supplier, we have our SMEs, and if should they require any financial support, okay, we have a standby facility from the Export-Import Bank, and I'll show you shortly, wherein we are able to facilitate funding to our suppliers. Yeah, a very important element to be able to scale them up, to be able to grab more volume for them, ladies and gentlemen. So Sarina has been exporting to various markets, whether it's Asia and Pacific and Europe. Yeah, and we continue to further strengthen our relationship with our customers in these markets. And what have we been exporting, ladies and gentlemen? So the first thing that we have been exporting, or I would say it is our core strength, is into furniture. So focusing on rattan-based furniture and home decorative products made from bamboo, ladies and gentlemen. And then we also focus on the Indonesian fashion that we have been exporting. And of course, on other three important products that I put in the slide. One is cashew nut, briquette, and another one that we have recently exported, and that's the export of yellowfin tuna. So this is whole frozen tuna that we export a lot to Vietnam and to the Thai market, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, but of course, we are open to be able to source anything that you may need from here, of course. Let me share with you a little synopsis of some of the products that we are doing, ladies and gentlemen. So last year we exported, and currently we are in discussion also for other export opportunities to the American market. Primarily this is to South and to Latin America. So all products made up from bamboo, whether these are the kepi tables or your side tables, whether they are your wall decorative products, these are your rugs, all of these are made from bamboo, ladies and gentlemen. Middle East is also our next important market. We have been exporting a lot to Saudi Arabia, to Qatar, and these are products made from bamboo, and these are home decorative products, ladies and gentlemen. So these are, again, you know, small baskets, laundry bags, yeah, that people would use for hotels, more of casual ladies handbags, wallets, you know, and other products that we have to the Middle East market. And frozen food, we are now exporting frozen food, and this is what we have recently exported just 2 weeks ago, and we are in the midst of exporting, preparing our second order for the Vietnam market, ladies and gentlemen. So in this process, we work together with the fisheries. We aggregate together all the high quality yellowfin tuna that we get from NTT, from Papua, from Benoa, which is in Bali. We bring it all together, ladies and gentlemen, and then we ship it out. Yeah. Our value-added services, as supporting SMEs, we are able to provide an end-to-end service, ladies and gentlemen. So the first thing is that we are able to provide inland transportation. We facilitate all shipping documents. We are able to book cargo space, the insurance. We are very flexible working with our business partners, with our buyers. Whatever Incoterm that they would require, we can facilitate that. We're very flexible in those aspects. Basically, our SMEs focus on production. We focus on curation and finding the market. So we do the entire supply chain. I mentioned a while ago, ladies and gentlemen, regarding Sarina Trading House. So we are having a soft launching of Sarina's Trading House on Monday, on the 25th of April. Now, what is all this about? So this is an initiative that came to Sarina to be able to facilitate B2B transactions. So imagine that you go to a trading house where you are able to touch, feel, smell the products, ladies and gentlemen. And these are our products from our suppliers. And they would be evolving. Like, for example, when we are opening next week, 25th of April, we are focusing on halal products. So we are opening with the theme called Halal Products and its Attractiveness in the Global Market. We have various speakers coming across, ladies and gentlemen. So focusing on halal cosmetics, halal food, and then after 3 months, we have a new concept. We are focusing on eco-friendly, green environment-based products, So these are our concepts that we have in our trading house that we are launching. So the objective of the trading house is to bring our buyers, our international buyers, and our sellers, our SMEs together. It's a platform to bring you all together physically, so you can touch, feel, smell, and communicate whatever you need, what you feel about the products there. If you think that, I think the products are good, but in my market, for example, it needs to be more like this, like this, like this. We listen to your inputs, ladies and gentlemen, but we make this as an event where we can feature your products. So Sarina Trading House, we are bringing together buyers and sellers. We are working with various medium and small scale companies, and of course, working across other ministries as well, especially the ministries which are focusing on export as well. As I recently said that we also have support function, which is for financing. We work with Lembaga Pembiayaan Ekspor and that is the Export-Import Bank. So they are able to finance directly to our SMEs. We did this with our fisheries for the tuna export that I mentioned a while ago, and we also provide the export insurance. So basically, you have all the services under one important aggregator, Sarina, ladies and gentlemen. That's all from my side, ladies and gentlemen. Let me quickly walk you through on how our trading house look, how it feels. So it's a 567 square meters. It focuses on agriculture, raw food, processed food or canned food, fashion, handicrafts, so on and so forth. So this is how it looks. We have a lounge area. So when you are going to enter the lounge, where you sit is a product that we manufacture. The table is made of kayu jati, a high premium quality kind of wood. If you want to order it, we'll give you the specifications. As you walk down, there are places where we store our F&B. So over here are our tea, coffee, our jamu, all our premium products. You go a little bit more, here you'll be able to see other commodities, such as vanilla. We are currently exploring the export of vanilla, ladies and gentlemen, and others, raw cashew nut, so on and so forth. Nutmeg, we have a lot of inquiries. The other side of our trading house will be focusing on snacks, on F&B, snacks, on wastra, on our batik, so on and so forth. Yeah, this is the home living, the home decorative part, ladies and gentlemen. We have an area dedicated here. This is the fashion. Last but not the least, in our trading house, we have an area which is for business matching. So we have a multi-function area. We have two areas where we will be conducting a lot of business matching. We will be doing a lot of direct selling, bringing together our diasporas, working together with our embassies abroad, our KBRI, KJRI, all our atas perdagangan, to be able to bring buyers, and let's talk together and fulfill your requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit about PT Sarina, based in Jakarta, and I'm more than happy, Bu Ika, to address any questions from the audience. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I wish you all a good day.
Yeah. Thank you, Thank you so much, Mr. Rakesh. I personally get impressed on how huge progress by the Sarina, like from the ancient building into this trading house. So I can imagine like smelling the coffee, smelling the jamu, but it's in a boutique ambience. So it's not like a scale up because previously I love to, like having a opportunity to go to GCC for the exhibition, but now it's in a boutique ambience. So this is a really progress from the Sarina. And for sure, I'm going to put it in my bucket list when I visit Indonesia. So hopefully could meet you in person, hopefully someday maybe, Mr. Rakesh,
Fantastic.
because I know you're
Fantastic.
busy. Okay, Mr. Rakesh, again, same with Pisinem. Please stand by because we're going to have another speaker from Entug before we go into the question and answer session. Ya, oke, Bapak dan Ibu, sekali lagi ini adalah pemaparan dari PT Sarinah, luar biasa ya, progresnya benar-benar berbeda gitu dari yang biasanya itu adalah gedung, kemudian sekarang menjadi trading house dan memang sudah jadi trending juga karena beberapa teman-teman saya sudah membicarakan tentang Sarinah Gallery yang sistemnya open gitu, kemudian mudah untuk didatangi. Jadi ada baiknya juga Bapak Ibu main-main ke Sarinah, dilihat gitu bagaimana ya supaya produk-produk saya kira-kira kalau dipajang di Sarinah ini fit in apa enggak dan apa nih yang bisa membuat saya punya added value dibandingkan produk-produk lain yang mungkin sudah terpampang di Sarinah. Nah, untuk rekan-rekan semua, Bapak Ibu silakan kalau ada pertanyaan mohon dicantumkan di chat box, kemudian dicantumkan ditujukannya ke siapa? Apakah misalnya ke Miss Sinem, kemudian ke Mr. Rakesh, atau nanti ke Bapak Emil, atau bahkan mungkin Bapak Komjen jika memang ada yang ingin ditujukan ke KJRI gitu ya. Di chat box nanti kita akan bahas setelah batch pertama ini selesai. Dan ketika ada pemaparan, mohon sekali bantuannya untuk chat box-nya itu di close dulu gitu ya, boleh ke saya langsung atau ke admin supaya lalu lintasnya lebih tertib gitu dan menjaga fokus kepada masing-masing presenter. Seperti itu. Baik, untuk berikutnya kita akan masuk ke pembicara terakhir dari batch pertama ini, yaitu Bapak Emilio Bisanto dari Entu Corporation yang akan membahas, lihat dulu yang akan membahas mengenai enhancing export from Indonesia through integrated marketing approach and active branding and promotion. Bapak Emilio, silahkan dilanjutkan dengan presentasinya.
Baik, thank you very much, Bu Ika. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to everyone. His Excellency Mr. Imam Masari, thank you for the great presentation. It really gives us the inspiration about the market access opportunity and the brief description about how the opportunity for exporting to Turkey is becoming real nowadays, right? Not just because of layangan putus, everyone. If you know what I'm trying to say with layangan putus, I guess Mr. Rakesh is already aware about layangan putus, yeah. So it's true that Turkey has been very, yeah, it's true that Turkey has been nowadays popular not just because of the tourism, but also regarding the opportunity that follows the development of significant development of Turkey government as well in promoting the market and also the exporting and importing as well. And secondly, talking about market access opportunity, please allow me to have a brief description about I'm representing Entur Ticaret Expedition Limited. Basically, we are export and import international trading company based in Istanbul. Our business model is serve as both B2B and also B2C. And we work with multiple partners in bringing into market, in promoting, and also in marketing the product so that it becomes sustained. So thank you very much from previous speakers. Thank you, Mr. Rakesh and also Mr. Sinem. I proudly announce as well that we are great and very pleased to have cooperation with Hepsiburada, Ms. Sinem, and Mr. Omer to promote and to foster Indonesia SME exporting to Turkey market as well. And as well with the Mr. Rakesh, the Sarinah presentation is great and really inspires in terms of how the aggregate role in small medium enterprise and also the scaling up of the SME has becoming real for nowadays because SME promotion, SME is one of the backbone of Indonesia economy. So I think from that point, I think it is valid to say that we are relying on our development and significant expansion for SME to scale up to not just to play in local market, but also to international market. So just a quick glance about Antwerp. As a export and import international trading company, I would like to share with you our ecosystem and also our value chain, right? Please hold on. Can everyone see my slide? Just checking, Wika.
Yes, it's clearly shown. Please go ahead.
Okay. Before this slide, I would also like to explain a bit about the reason why we invite many stakeholders in this webinar, right? We got from the perspective of the communities who manage the SME. We got aggregator joining, yeah, reputable organization, PT Sarina, yeah, who's been dealing with many scale up of SMEs. We invite directly the market perspective owner, Ms. Sinem, who of course representing the Turkiye market, opportunity in terms of what products could be available and representing the high demand that is needed by Turkey from other countries, including Indonesia as well. We got Mr. Jan Boyaje from Agile. I do hope that Mr. Jan from Agile can also give us perspective for most popular question nowadays, particularly during pandemic and post-pandemic, regarding the highly and costly container export from Indonesia to Turkey, right? I would say that Mr. Rakesh would agree about this, right? The imbalance of container and the challenges around logistics. We also got Mr. Ahmed Gadik and also Mr. Sener, who will be presenting the challenges in terms of license, in terms of the custom clearance process, what are the mandatory process, right? So basically, we are all here, all the players, right? When it comes to business ecosystem approach, it is well known that we cannot rely on ourselves to expand and to penetrate into market, but instead of that, we have to understand from the perspective that to be able to bring our product into the market, it will involve many stakeholders, right? That's why the idea about leveraging the market access opportunity through multi-stakeholders collaboration is something that we have to see that this is something that is absolute needs, right? So at Antwerp, here, I would like to share a bit about this. This is how we work, right? We work with many principles of products with the factories under the scheme of exclusive distributorship. And then we sign agreement, and then based on that, before we start to market, of course, there is one of key process that needs to be passed through, whether it be you are a producer, whether it be you are exporter, or maybe you are the retailer, or maybe you are the seller, or you are exporter. There is one key question that every questions and every challenges in export and import will be end up. Those questions are whether there is a market in the destination or not, right? What is the value proposition of the product? Whether it meets with the product market fit, yeah. Those questions will be something that we have to answer first before we come up into decision about exporting. So because many of the participants today is coming from a small, medium enterprise, I think, I hope that this slide could give some brief understanding about the value chain, the long value chain before we bring the product into the market, right? And what parties that is involved and what stakeholders that is involved. At the top side here, as you can see, we are cooperating and partnering with BioBalance, with Forscar, BU, SAGECO, Figayo, Arabica, and also MT Farm to bring the products to destination country. But long before that, we do what is so-called market research and also consumer behavior research, in which we rely fully on how we test the product into the segment, right? Because the aim and the main objective for market research is that to give assurance that before we decide to send the product to Turkey, for example, or maybe before we decide to bring the product into a volume for exporting, for example, we have to be very, very sure that the market is on for our product, right? So the key is that we do what we so-called market research, in which we take directly and we test the product with the local taste. Yeah, for example, last year we conduct a market test for sauce, yeah, sauce sambal. As you may know that Turkiye taste is something that they not too much. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Sinem, Omer, and also Sezai. Turkiye people mostly doesn't really like too much aja, yeah, too much aja, right? Aja means like pedas, yeah, sambal pedas, for example. But there are some of the characteristic of the sauce that meets with the Turkiye character, Turkiye market character, which is a bit sour, right? So this kind of conversation and elaboration about the characteristic of the market and how they respond to our product is something that we have to be able to answer first before we talk more around logistic, about the license, GMP, HACCP, and other all requirements to enable the exporting to Turkey. Yeah. So from this slide, as you can see, on the top here is the principals where we work with, and then we sign agreement with them to market the products both in Indonesia and also in Turkey market. And at the Turkey side, we are collaboratively working with Agile, Mental, and Logistic Warehouse and Custom Clearance process to make sure that all the process goes smooth directly into the market, right? And for the B2B company, we are fully established and legally established in Istanbul with a limited shirketi under Istanbul Ticaret Odası, in which we are legal to bring the product into the market and start to sponsor the product. Just like in Indonesia, we know like for food products, for example, there is a BPOM, right? BPOM is the mandatory process that we have to go through when we try to bring imported products to Indonesia. Yeah, the same with here, right? From Agile and Mental later on today, we will hear from them the challenges, what they exactly need when it comes to importing products from other country into Turkey, right? So I do hope that this could give perspective on how we can enable the exporting from SME products from Indonesia into Turkey without necessarily being held by custom team. Yeah. And at the key opinion leaders and also retail channel, we are working closely with Hepsi Burada because Mturk is already a Hepsi partner and we are allowed to reach directly with their segment of customers. And therefore we go into the market.
Pak Emilio, seems like your connection is a bit breaking. Okay, so could you repeat again the last paragraph, please? Yeah.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Wika?
Now.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Thank you. So for example, we work with key opinion leaders and also like Elif, yeah, when we promote coffee sessions from Lombok in coffee exhibition in Istanbul, which was collaborated and supported by the consulate, Indonesian consulate. And the same side with Indonesia, right? So at the downside here, you will see our affiliations with Turkish Exporters Assembly, and then Turkiye Logistik Portalı and IKIP, and also Andaf Consulting. I consider this as a backbone to support the whole process of enabling the exporting from Indonesia to Turkey. Why? Because this connects us with many businessmen communities, and then we have access to many sub-associations under the team, in which they also have inbound and also outbound division. For outbound division, their focus is exporting the product from Turkey to other countries as well. But for inbound, they have thousands of companies under their associations, in which they are requiring many suppliers, whether it is a raw material or half finished products, or even finished products for retail and also for groceries companies. Yeah. So basically, the idea is that we would like to be the enabler for exporting of Indonesian SME products to Turkey and neighboring regions. And the value that we offer, we offer comprehensive business ecosystem, including our affiliations through TIM and EKIP. And secondly, we work closely with market research companies as well. Like, for example, for Indonesia market, we work with Andaf Consulting. With Andaf Consulting, we have an integrated process for reaching out to the customer and to decide and to give us marketing insights about the marketing channels that we would like to use, whether it is a B2B or B2C or directly retail, right? Whether it is a traditional or maybe modern channel, something like that. All about marketing, because when we talk about the business, the heart of the business, marketing. So we consider marketing and how we penetrate into the market is something real as a key process in the whole business system. The last one is access to Turkey key opinion leaders to introduce your brand and product in Turkey market. To make your product available to the market is not enough. To make our product to just display it in the store is something that maybe people can see, but it is not really strong enough if it is not supported with the other promotional technique. For example, nowadays becoming popular the use of influencers, or maybe through communities. We build the community, we start the education, right? Because when it comes to a retail market, we have to really understand the demography of the characteristic of the market, particularly whether it is the same market target characteristic with our marketing strategy or not. Yeah. So I think talking about our session in Enturk session, I would like to welcome everyone in this environment, particularly for small medium enterprise as well, to collaborate, as well as with PT Sarinah, because we would like to bring more global sellers, yeah, as we cooperate with Hepsi Burada and Hepsi Global scheme. We would like to bring more Indonesian seller and qualified products to be sold into Turkey and its network, yeah, in the platform. That's from my side, I guess, Ibu Ika. Thanks again for the opportunity. I would like to welcome everyone to, if you have any concern or question, I'm happy to answer. Thank you. Over to Ibu Ika.
Okay, thank you so much, Bapak Emilio, for your presentation. So basically, it's how to collaborate it with all parties involved so that the products could come from the producer into the customers, because that's supposed to be the concern or the main question from most of our participants. We have a good products, but how we can sell it to our markets outside Indonesia, and how to do the export, the import, and etc. So hopefully today's session will give expand, broaden their knowledge, as well as giving a direct information so they know could answer this question. Jadi untuk Bapak Ibu, pemaparan dari Bapak Emil tadi adalah integrasi gitu ya, dari apa yang menjadi pertanyaan atau menjadi concern selama ini. Aduh, saya tuh punya produk-produk bagus, tapi bagaimana caranya ya supaya produk-produk saya ini tidak hanya berhenti untuk customer di Indonesia, tapi juga customer di negara-negara lain. Nah, ini adalah contoh yang baik gitu ya untuk kerjasama kita antara Indonesia dengan Turki. Jadi pertanyaan Bapak dan Ibu itu bisa dijawab langsung melalui forum ini, mudah-mudahan. Dan kalaupun tidak, nanti akan ada follow up-nya melalui channel media kami, yaitu Instagram di entuk.trading, untuk pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang tidak terjawab maupun diskusi-diskusi lanjutan. Please follow gitu ya, sehingga kita nanti bisa saling terkoneksi satu sama lain dan juga bisa saling memberikan update. Okay, so I think like we have reached the end of the first batch from the Hepsi Burada, from Sarinah, as well as from Entuk. And there are questions from the participants. First, let's go to Miss Sinem. There are two questions, Miss Sinem, but let's have a look one by one. The first one is from Ibu Ana. The question is about the fashion business. So how can Indonesian sellers with fashion business start joining Hepsi Burada? Is the delivery really direct from Indonesia to Turkey customers? How about the bank account? And yeah, I think that's the question about how to reach out the Turkey customers and the bank account, and really the expedition is coming from Indonesia directly to Turkey. So I think that's the first question. Would you like to answer, or
Sure.
We're going to go through all the questions?
No, you can go my question if that's
Okay.
easier.
Okay, cool.
So in
Yeah.
order to onboard, all you have to do is just send an email to myself or to my team, which I can actually type into the chat box on the right side. So once you send us an email, we will share with you the documents that we need to open your store. Once you send these documents, we will open your store, and then we will start your product upload process. So it's actually pretty easy. After you send us the documents, it takes us 24 to 48 hours to get your store live. So then you can start uploading products. As far as for the shipment, as I said, I will mention this again. We go to every single country that we find sellers from, and we sell to with our own shipment solution. So the seller in Indonesia really doesn't have to think about global shipment. All they have to do is ship their product from their warehouse in Indonesia to our warehouse in Indonesia as they receive orders, since we work drop shipments. Once that's done, we World Express will take care of all the global shipments. So if it's going to Turkey, they will send it directly to Turkey, to the customer store. If it's going to Azerbaijan, it will be sent to Azerbaijan, whichever country it's going to. The seller doesn't have to deal with that. So they're only responsible for within country shipment part of it. The global part is all on us. As far as for bank accounts, do you mean how we make payments to sellers? If that's what you mean, we use a payment service called Payoneer, which we will share with you the information of once we start your onboarding process. So after every order, we wait for 14 days, as I mentioned, for legal return process. After that, once it's our payment time, we make payments on the even weeks of the year, twice a month, every 14 days. You will actually send your payment to the Payoneer, which you can onboard using your own or your business's bank account. So then you'll be able to just withdraw the money from there. It's like it's a payment service like Western Union, if that's what's being used in Indonesia. I'm not sure, but most of our sellers do use Payoneer. So yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Inem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think okay. So I think like related with the shipment is so easy because the seller just needs to send their products directly to Indonesian warehouse and then the rest will be managed by FC Burada Global. Jadi seperti itu Mbak Ana, semua itu jadi yang perlu dilakukan bagi seller adalah menyiapkan produk-produk, kemudian mengirimkannya ke warehouse Indonesian warehouse ya. Hanya sampai di sana, kemudian dari Indonesian warehouse menuju Turki itu selebihnya adalah bagian dari Hepsi. Jadi nggak terlalu pusing lah. Dan kalau untuk payment tadi sebenarnya kalau tangkapnya ada kayak 2 kali dalam 1 bulan gitu ya, per 14 hari mungkin di akhir bulan. Tapi untuk detailnya karena ini sudah technical, nanti bisa reach out ke emailnya Miss Inem dan tim, ini sudah dicantumkan di chat. So I think like if there are question, they can reach to you, right?
Yes.
Miss Inem, ini sudah ada emailnya sinemunap@hepsiglobal.com dan kemudian two of your team, Omer Jan and also Jan, ya,
Yes,
hepsiglobal.com for any question. So I think that will be applied to all participants. Please take notes on their email for Hepsi email, so you could send the question directly after this webinar session for any question.
Yes.
Maybe you just like have to something. Oh, I forget about that, and then how can you reach out Miss Inem?
Yeah, any kind of
Miss Inem
questions,
team
you can just
directly.
email
Okay.
us.
Yeah, Miss Inem is really welcome. Thank you so much, Inem, for making staff and team open for. And then the second participant also have questions to Hepsi Burada. It's Kevin. So Kevin asks you 2 questions. First of all, it's appreciation. Thank you so much for the arrangement. Okay, you are welcome, Mr. Kevin. We love to help everyone here. And then there are 2 questions. The first one is about the products. What your global platform accommodate agriculture products in the future, such as poultry or food crops? Are there any opportunities or demand regarding this type of products? I think that's the first question. It's better for us to answer it directly before go to the second question, Ms. Inem.
Hold on, I need to unmute myself.
You know.
Well, the answer is that at the moment we don't accommodate agricultural products. Nothing that's consumable can be shipped to Turkey with drop shipments. So it has to be shipped in bulk, and there needs to be a company in Turkey who will actually do the whole process at the customs. So unfortunately, no, we cannot bring them to Turkey, but some of the products, still very limited, can be sold to Azerbaijan and Israel. So I will not say no, you cannot onboard to Hepsi Global if you have, you know, those kind of products. We would need to discuss further to see if your products actually meets these standards of Azerbaijan and Israel, and if that's a market you want to get into. So we can actually onboard you for global side, but not for Turkey.
I see. So maybe not at the time, but who knows for the future, and also other demand from
of course.
countries. Ya, jadi Pak Kevin untuk saat ini sayangnya belum ada gitu ya kebutuhannya, karena memang Turki sendiri juga setahu saya memproduksi gitu ya untuk makanan-makanan ini, dan sedikit dilindungi gitu oleh pemerintah lokal. Tapi siapa tahu gitu ya di waktu ke depan gitu ada permintaan dari region lain, karena memang Hepsi kan partnernya banyak, berpartner dengan negara-negara lain seperti itu. And also the second question still from Kevin, Miss Inem. If it's not too much, so you can consider whether to discuss it or not, would you share your challenge in expanding Hepsi Burada into global market? In a sense that it would be great to have aggregator in certain sector to smoothen the process. Wow, maybe Kevin has ambition too to having a marketplace related with the challenge. So would you like to share as well, Ms. Inem?
I mean, to be honest with you, the only challenge that we experience is starting and finishing up the shipment solution part for all the countries that we go to and we find sellers from. Because other than that, we do study and we do our homework really well for the countries that we go into. So we don't really see anything that we don't expect. We go in with some expectations, and that they do happen. If some things come up, we also welcome that too and try to solve the problem, if that's a problem, as soon as possible. Since we have the knowledge from Hepsi Burada and of Hepsi Burada, we don't really, again, besides doing the shipment solution, we don't really have any big challenges at the moment.
Okay, so the main challenge is the shipment ya. Oke, tentang pengiriman ya Pak Kevin ya, mudah-mudahan menjawab. Silakan Pak Emil, is there any additional information you would like to
I think
add
just
here?
want to add little, Miss Inem. I think to answer that question as well, right? So talking about B2B and B2C, I think both of this model is still an option, yeah, depending on the strategy, depending on how you would like to bring the product into the destination market. So I think as a solution for SME, B2C is mostly fit with the answer and challenges about volume that most SME is facing right now, right? Not all SME is ready to talk about volumes, to talk about sustainability of the products, in which they are not yet ready to talk about larger volume. But for B2B model, like raw commodities, right? And some other options like needing the license that cannot be acquired through B2C model, I think B2B, a classical export model, is something that could be an option that exporters could consider. That's all, I guess.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Emilio. Thank you, Miss Inem. I think that there are questions as well for Miss Inem, but let's have a look to other speakers before we move forward to you, or maybe to the second batch. And if the time is not allowed, then we're going to send the question directly to you, to your email. Okay, Miss Inem, thank you so much. And the second question goes to Pak Rakesh. Pak Rakesh, there is question from Ibu Ida in Medan. So wait, let me move the pin first. So the question is, I think like this is the most common question from all the business sellers here in Indonesia: how to join Sarina, because you know it's so promising from the business and also from the what we call it, the trading house. So beautiful. So yeah, how to join Sarina? That's the question.
Sure, Buika, thank you so much for that. So as I previously said that in Sarina, we have our retail business unit or our department store. We call it as the specialty store, where we have already operated from the 21st of March. So for our SMEs who would like to be our supplier at our specialty or our department store, of course, there will be a curation process. And then you'll be selected, and then you could be part of our vendor list there. For the trading house, it is the same. So I would be dropping in here my WhatsApp number, my email ID as well. Please get in touch with me, Bu. So for the trading house, yes, we go through a curation process as well. What is very important when we have our products listed and displayed in the trading house is that those products have ever been exported. It is important for those products that they have been exported, or if not yet, it is important that they have all of the regulatory requirements, whether it is the Badan POM or FDA or PIRT, or even other international qualifications in order for us to be able to export. As we know that every market is unique, every market has its own requirement for certification. So it is very important to really see and then of course be part of our trading house. But nevertheless, we are able to guide you on that. So do get in touch with me for more technical aspects that we can discuss. I'll drop by my email ID here. Thank you very much, Rika.
This is really helpful, Pak Rakesh, because there are questions like the requirement. If we have done this part but haven't done this part, can we still progress, or should all the documents are clear before we go into the curation process? So thank you so much untuk Bapak Ibu ya. Nanti Bapak Rakesh akan membagikan nomor bisnisnya, nomor WhatsApp bisnisnya nanti di chat. Silakan dicatat, dan jika ada pertanyaan bisa langsung menghubungi beliau untuk pertanyaan terkait teknikal. So I think that's now for the first batch session. Thank you so much again, Pak Rakesh. And now we're moving forward to the second batch that will be talking about the support system, which are the logistic aspect, custom clearance, and also the support from the community, ya, support dari komunitas pengusaha. So for the first speaker of the second batch is Mr. Jan Boyaje. He is an operation director from AGL or Agele. Excuse me, Mr. Jan, my toothpaste still, I feel a bit challenge in talking about toothpaste, so maybe it's not really good. So from AGL Agemar Logistic, so Mr. Jan will talk about the reliable logistic services as a backbone of export-import business sustainability. So please have your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I am Can. I'm the General Manager of Agemar Global Logistics. And let me firstly introduce our company, what we do. Just a second. Everyone sees it?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Our company is a freight forwarder company, which is able to provide all logistics solutions in Turkey for your goods. It's established in 2002 in Istanbul. But of course, we are operating from all ports in Turkey. These are all services that you can consider all logistics services you need, from air freight to sea freight, from rail freight to partial transportation, dry cargoes, frozen cargoes, special equipments, dangerous goods, any type of needs they are able to provide in Turkey. These are the main seaports of Turkey that you can consider. We are located in Istanbul, as I mentioned, but we have port staff and other staff in all other areas, all these ports. And these ports are main operative ports in Turkey by sea trade, I can say. we are able to give all services to all over the world, including, let's say, we are talking about Indonesia-Turkey trade, of course, but if you have some cross trades, let's say from Turkey to other country or Indonesia, but not to Turkey, to other country, we are able to provide rates and services to you as well, because we are having 7 networks, which means like our company, there are freight forwarders in these networks that we are able to provide the services in any part of the world, though whether it is custom clearance, doesn't matter. So you can consider our company as a global company. These are our figures. On air freight side, we are working with all airlines, let's say Turkish Airlines, Qatar Airways, Emirates, Etihad, Airlines, all of them, we are able to provide you the rates from Turkey or Turkey, doesn't matter. And any size of cargo also we are able to, we can charter the flights, we can courier the cargos with small dimensions, let's say, so we consider. On sea freight side, we are also having contracts with all shipping lines. So I will detail this next step. I can tell you for your time critical shipments, if you have some urgent shipments, just in time deliveries, let's say, we are able to give you the service 7.4. So our staff is able to contact the airlines in any time of the day. So for your time critical services, we are able to serve you as well. Road transportation we are able to serve, but it's not about Indonesia, as you know. Railway, the same. Project cargos, if you have any oversized cargo like this yacht, or some excavators, some big machinery generators, this kind of oversized cargos which are not fitted into containers or fit into oversized containers or bulk shipments, we are able to give you services in Turkey, in any part of Turkey, including pickups, lashing services, securing services, any needs. These are our operations. Let's say if you have a car to ship, we can able to load them into containers. If you have yachts, we can able to load them on the vessel. Like these kind of oversized generators, like as I can say, in I think 10 or 9 years ago, when Formula One was in Turkey, we were carrying their cars. So any special transport also we are able to serve you. These are the global networks I told you. That's how we can operate in any part of the world for you. We are all certified with these certifications like TO. TO is the certificates that if you need to serve as freight forwarder in Turkey, you need to get this from the government. So we are certified TO agent here. We have ISO 9001 and ISO 27001 certifications. We are a member of FIATA and local transportation authorities in Turkey. And this is our location. And let me stop the share. Okay, so this is what AGL AGMR is doing. As I said, we are able to give all logistic services in Turkey. Considering the challenges nowadays between Turkey and Indonesia, as you are aware, after the pandemic, the rates are increased a lot. and the services are not stable anymore. So these are the main challenges we are facing. Before the COVID in 2019, the export rates on sea freight side, let's say for 40 feet container, on export rates were around 700 or $800 from Istanbul to Jakarta, let's say. But nowadays it is nearly $2,000. It's more than double, and this is a decreased rates nowadays. It was much more last year. So regarding the import side from Indonesian main ports to Turkey main ports, before the pandemic, it was around $1,500 for 40 feet containers. But nowadays, when you check the current rates from Indonesia to Turkey for 40 feet containers, it is more than $13,000 for a single container. So this was the main challenge for the importers and of course exporters, we can say, because it was nearly 2,000, but now it's nearly $13,000. So it is too much increase. But what can I say is because of the rates right now, we are not much expecting the same rates before the COVID. Because the rates are increased a lot, and I don't foresee that the shipping lines will decrease rates to that levels because they are fine with their earnings. Of course, lots of the authorities in every countries are trying to push shipping lines about these increases because all the importers and exporters are affecting because of these rates. It is all global issue, not only in Turkey, not only in Indonesia, from all over the world. So you can consider not only Indonesia, but from all Far East to Turkey, the rates are over $13,000, $14,000 per 40 feet containers. So in middle term, let's say, we are not much expecting better rates. It is still going on like that, and as you may aware, there are also space and equipment problems with the shipping lines. So it is still going on. In the beginning of the pandemic, it was too much. I mean, we were not finding any spaces. We were not finding any equipments to load from Turkey or from Indonesia. Nowadays, it is better, but not like old days. So we are still having problems on space and equipment side. So if you have any shipments from any part, you need to book 2 or 3 weeks in advance. You need to be clear 2 or 3 weeks in advance. So this is something you need to consider nowadays. And still, if you book 3 weeks in advance, on the time of the loading date comes, if shipping line is not having the equipment, empty equipment for you, so you cannot load. Unfortunately, it is very, very stressful and very bad situation for all of us because we are also facing with clients in here. But this is how shipping line acts nowadays because of their plans. I don't know. So these are the main challenges on sea freight side. If you are talking about air freight side, air freight also much increased. And after this fuel increases globally, as we may be aware, actually on next month, we are also expecting an increase on fuel surcharges of air freights as well. So rates will be increased again, as we may foresee. So from Turkey to Indonesia for 1,000 kilo cargo, the rate, the Turkish airline is over $3.4 per kilo nowadays. It will be high, as I said, in May. From Indonesia to Turkey also the rate is nearly $10 currently. Of course, depends on the airline, depends on the service, it changes. But in this case also, they are having space issues because the flights are not much like the old times. I mean, the frequency of the flights are not like 2019, let's say. So there are less flights, so there are less space. That's why the rates are increased. That's why you have problems to find spaces on the airplanes as well. So this is also what you need to do if you have air shipments. You need to book, let's say, 1 or 2 weeks in advance for sure. What I can tell you more is what I see from the market. There are huge demand of charcoal shipments from Indonesia to Turkey. This is something we are struggling also because not any shipping lines accepting this commodity nowadays. I mean, of course, anytime anything is changed in this market, but the last time we checked, for let's say 2 years, we are having these kind of inquiries. But last time we checked also the same, and none of the shipping lines is accepting charcoal commodity, airline the same. So on these demands, we are not able to give the services still. But if anything changes, of course, we can serve. In Turkey side, I can tell you that we can serve you for DAP shipments as well, DDP shipments as well. Actually, we are not a customs broker. We have a customs broker here, so we are not a customs broker, but we work with them coordinately, and in any case, your clients need DDP shipments, we charge what they charge in duty and tax issue. We charge the same to your client. So we are able to provide you DAP services and DDP services in Turkey as well. On export side, of course, export services. In any part of Turkey, if you have a cargo to pick up or deliver, we have warehouses, we have also outsourced trucking companies, so we can touch any part of Turkey without a problem. In Indonesia, also the same. We can deliver with the shipping line directly, or with our agents directly, or we can pick up the same. So from your door to your client's door, we have full package of service for you. But in Turkey, Mr. Ahmet, I guess, will detail more. But in Turkey, the custom clearance works differently than, let's say, Europe, America, and Far East places. So we are not able to give the custom clearance service since we are not a custom broker. Custom brokerage companies are different, and nearly all clients in here is having their own customs broker company, because they give them the power of attorney with the notary. So it takes time, it costs, of course. So they work with 1 or 2 customs brokers for many years. So we don't deal with customs issues in Turkey as AGL Egemen, but for all the rest logistics needs, we are able to give the services for all of you. I think this is what I can tell you now, because The market is not much stable after the pandemic, so every day something is changing. There are new players on sea shipping side, and the services are 1 week is open, the other week is closed, because it's all about shipping lines' decisions to accept cargo there or not. So on your each shipment, you need to contact us for the current news in the market. But we have a team with 16 people in here. So we have all the pricing and operation departments. So all experienced staff can give you the correct information with the correct details. So thank you for your listening, and any questions, I will be happy to help you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jan. As I recall, Hepsi said that the main challenge is the shipping. So I believe that AGL could be part of the solution. And also for Indonesian seller, Indonesian businessmen who wants to send their products to outside Indonesia, they can contact AGL as well. Yeah. So if it's okay, you could share your contact numbers and also email as well, so that could keep in touch with you. Okay, thank you so much, Jan. Yeah, and now we're moving forward to our second speakers of the second batch, which Mr. Ahmet Gedik. He is a director of Mental Gumruk Turkiye Custom Clearance Handling Specialist. So this is another required documents if you want to export your products to Turkey. So he will talk about the importance of understanding Turkey mandatory standard and certification documents as a key process for entering into Turkey market. Okay, so Mr. Ahmed, you can start your presentation.
Hello, we are from Istanbul. Selamun Aleyküm. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Boyaca. He told everything and all durations. Now we are a custom brokerage office in Turkey, and we are more than 80 person, and we are working in all customs and ports. We give service in all of them, but we must inform you our custom clearances are different from country to country. For example, we are in the Union of European Custom Union, so there are different rules because we are with European Custom, and we have different rules from Asia countries. So we must to learn before what we will export here. We must prepare their documents, and we must inform you the legislation in Turkey changes, and we must give you the new informations what you can meet in Turkey. Sometimes we can need a permission from health ministry. Sometimes we can need a permission from agriculture. So before you are thinking to do business or export something to Turkey, please inform us, and we will look their custom tariff number, what's the legislation in Turkey, what we can, because we must reduce your expenses in Turkey, so it mustn't wait in warehouses, you mustn't have any difficulties. It is good when we learn firstly the pro forma invoice, we learn where is the certificate origin, where it comes from, because our rules change from country to country. And we can send you all legislation in Turkey day by day, which will inform you. And we will be pleased to be in contact with you. You can always send us email, telephone, and we can do everything for you. I don't want to take the time for the other participants, friends. We will share I cannot share our company file now. I will write our mail addresses and telephone numbers, and we will be pleased to meet you in business.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed, thank you so much for the information. Jadi untuk Bapak dan Ibu, jika memang nanti ada pertanyaan lanjutan terkait dengan custom clearance, bisa menghubungi kami supaya nanti bisa kami sambungkan ke Mr. Ahmed. So if there are questions related with the custom clearance, they can reach out to Entuk, and then we're going to forward the question to you directly, Mr. Ahmed. Okay? Yeah, okay. So thank you so much again, Mr. Ahmed. And now we reach out to the last speaker for today, which is Mr. Rahmat Esmar Paung. He is the president of KPMI, Komunitas Pengusaha Muslim Indonesia. Jadi dari tadi kita sudah dengar banyak ya gitu terkait dengan A to Z, end to end gitu. Bagaimana caranya kita jika ingin memasarkan produk-produk itu tidak hanya untuk market Indonesia tapi juga market di luar Indonesia. Nah, sekarang kita lihat apa nih dukungan yang dimiliki oleh komunitas pengusaha Muslim Indonesia gitu untuk para pelaku bisnis terutama UKM. So, Mr. Rahmat Esmar Paung will talk about the key role of association in fostering the scale-up process of small medium enterprises for exporting. Jadi informasi ini akan sangat berharga gitu ya. Jadi kita bisa refleksi sedikit apa nih yang sudah kita miliki sebagai seller dan apa yang bisa kita improve gitu untuk bisa masuk ke kancah perdagangan internasional. Untuk Mr. Rahmat, waktu dan tempat dipersilahkan. Rahmatnya sudah standby? Atau masih butuh tambahan waktu?
Ya, baik. Saya standby.
Oh, baik. Silakan, Pak.
Baru dari toilet sebentar.
Oh ya, baik.
Ya. Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang saya hormati Pak Konjen RI di Istanbul, Pak Imam Asyari. Saya hormati Pak Emilio Bisanto, Ibu Ika, dan Pak Rakes. Apa kabar Pak Rakes?
Baik, Rahmat. Sehat, Pak.
Baik, ya. Thank you for inviting me to this session. It is an honor to know Mr. John Boyachi and also Mr. Ahmed and Miss Sinem. I was asked by the organizer to speak about the roles of association in fostering the scale-up process of small and medium enterprises for exporting. So let me introduce first about our association, Indonesian Muslim Entrepreneur Community. We call it KPMI. It is a Muslim entrepreneur community formed in 2010 in Yogyakarta as a common means for its members to explore the straight Islamic creed and Islamic law in doing business or muamalah. Our vision is to become the foremost association in Indonesia in producing quality Muslim entrepreneurs, both economically and religiously, which in turn will become a strong unit for the benefits of Muslims and advancing the Indonesian economy. And our mission is fostering Muslim entrepreneurs to be successful in this world and hereafter, by running their business according to the provisions of Islamic law, as exemplified by the Prophet Muhammad SAW, according to the understandings of the Sahabah and previous generation. Currently, we have 45 subsidiaries in 42 cities and districts in Indonesia. We also have 3 chapters abroad. First one in Saudi Arabia, and then the second one in Egypt, and the third one in Qatar. We have more than 48,000 registered members around the Indonesia and the 3 countries I have mentioned before. This is the profile of our social media. We have 1.2 million people in our fan page in Facebook. We also have 6,500 members in our Facebook groups, especially in our groups. We call it Export Learning Club. And currently, we also have more than 3,000 YouTube subscribers. This is our activities, especially for developing the competencies of our members in exporting. We have run 67 batches for export training with over 5,000 participants, and we have already produced 350 new exporters. They are previously really newbie in export, students and also employees who wants to start their business. In terms of international trade expos, we have already participated in Trade Expo Indonesia starting from 2013 until 2021 last year, in which in 2020 and 2021 the exhibitions was conducted virtually. We have also participated in Trade Expo in Turkey and Cairo in 2013. We participated in International Trade Fair in Jeddah continuously starting from 2015 until 2019. We also participated in International Coffee and Chocolate Expo in Riyadh in 2019 and 2020. And many other trade expo we have already participated and joining with. This is our collaborations. We plan to collaborate with Turkish entrepreneur community in developing halal and Sharia economy exchange programs in 2022. This year, we have met with one of the Turkish association, entrepreneur association. So we are in agreement to exchange program while we will bring our Indonesian entrepreneurs to Turkish Expo in November this year. And also we will be happy to have Turkish entrepreneurs to attend our trade fair, which will be conducted in August 2022. We also ongoing process in building halal production sharing factory to produce halal certified products for domestic and export purposes to various countries. In terms of trade expos, we have conducted 2 trade expos since 2019, organized and also running by us. In 2019, we hosted 3,000 small medium size entrepreneurs, and we also welcoming more than 60,000 visitors in our Muslim Life Festival in 2019. And just last month, on 25th and until 27th of March, we also running our Muslim Life Fair, first time after the pandemic. And thanks to God, thanks to Allah, there are 195 exhibitors and more than 30,000 visitors participated in the event. We plan to hold Muslim Life Trade event for B2B in August 2022, and we will invite other Muslim countries entrepreneurs from Turkey, Malaysia, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Kazakhstan, and other ASEAN countries. This is some of the photos of our programs. This is our school, KPM Entrepreneur School, in which we have already run 10 batches. This is a 4 months program consisting 60% of Sharia compliance subjects and 40% of business management subjects. This is the photos where we participated in Trade Expo Indonesia since 2013 until 2021, last year. This is our participations in Jeddah International Trade Fair. And this is our exhibition in Guangzhou. This is where we met with the chambers of commerce and industry of Dubai and Fujairah in United Arab Emirates. We do business matching and also trade expo there. We also participated in International Fair of Khartoum in Sudan, starting 2019 until 2020, before the pandemic. This is the photo of Muslim Life Festival in 2019. And we also engage in accelerating the development of ecosystems for halal industry at a small and medium enterprise sector. This is the occasion where the Vice Presidents of Indonesia made the kickoff of this program or initiatives. So, yeah, regarding the problems faced by SMEs in exporting, I think there are 5 factors that we need to address. The first one is product. Our SME has the problem in product quality, meeting the standard and qualifications of the export destination countries, and also regarding the quantity. Yeah, commonly small and medium size enterprise cannot produce a lot of quantity, and also sustainability and continuity of the products also become a problem. And the second one is human capital or human resources in terms of their business skill, production skills, and also technical skills. Problems in many of SMEs in Indonesia that need to be overcome. Financial, yeah, in terms of capex and also opex, and there are limitations. But fortunately, in Indonesia nowadays, the government very supportive in financing the SME export-oriented companies. There are a lot of programs to finance the export programs. Marketing, I also see that digital marketing and e-commerce platform familiarity and also skills needs to be improved in our SME, and also how can they do the market intelligence and research. And I agree with the previous speakers that we in exporting nowadays we have some challenges in cross-border issues like cross-border shipment, first miles and also last mile, cross-border payment. Yeah, has Siburada mentions before that they engage with Pioneer in the cross-border payment, which is, yeah, from my opinion, the service rates is quite expensive for small and medium enterprise, and also cross-border warehousing, distribution, and fulfillment. This is all the problems faced by the SMEs in Indonesia in exporting. So what is the KPMI roles in fostering SMEs for export ready? The first one, we deal with the competency development, training, and mentoring. As I mentioned before, we have already conducted 67 batches in export training. involving more than 5,000 SMEs in our program. And we have already produced 350 new exporters. And Pak Rakesh also mentions about the selection, curations, and also how to make the SMEs have the legal entity for doing export. And also product adaptation and product fit. Yeah, every country has their own requirements in product. So if we want to enter Turkish market, then we should be able to adapt the requirements of Turkish customers and also Turkish authority. This is a big challenge for most of the SMEs, how to make their product fit with the market and also with the country specification and requirements. The other ones in the product adaptation and product fit, we help our SMEs to adjust their products in terms of packaging, labeling, marking, and also taste, and also how to meet the requirements of the market. And in registration, certifications, and compliance, we do need to engage with the local consultant or the local agents for doing this, helping our SMEs in doing so. We have already established partnerships in some countries like Saudi Arabia, when we can get help from our partner in Saudi Arabia to register our products in Saudi FDA and also in SASO. I think for Turkey, we need also to do the same. We have already done this with Qatar and also Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, but not yet for Turkey. Market development, currently we also have a digital platform called namely aspenku.com. I think this is similar with what Siburada is doing now. Aspenku.com currently hosting more than 13,500 SMEs in our platform with 80,000 product items from 78 categories. I think we can talk more with Siburada how we can do the e-commerce to e-commerce integration, because there is a data there, big data in our platform. So we can also make like a API integrations with other marketplace to make our merchants products can be seen by the customers in Turkey. Last but not least, this ecosystem should also be supported by the enabler system, which is logistic, distribution, and fulfillment. In the first side, and in the second side, export financing. This is also our initiative to develop halal factory sharing for SMEs. The idea is to have like a factory sharing for different kind of products in one halal industrial area. In this halal industrial area, there is a support system where the SMEs can only bring the formula, ingredients of their products, and this product can be produced in this factory sharing, using advanced technology, and also to make the provisions of raw material more efficient. There is also integrated packaging and packing service in this area, also integrated transportation and distribution services. And last but not least, there is like one single institution to provide the services for the SMEs, like halal, financing, branding, and so forth. And we also help the SMEs in marketing their product domestically and also for export. This is our next event. We really happy if there are Turkish companies can participate in this event. We will have Muslim Life Thread on 26th and 28th of August. We will occupy 3 halls in ISPSD Indonesia, hall number 5, number 6, and number 7. And the hall number 6 will be for international exhibitors. Yeah, this is some data indicator scores for our global Islamic economic indicator score. Islamic finance, halal food, Muslim-friendly travel, modest fashion, pharmaceutical and cosmetics, and also media and recreation. This is the score for 2021, and yeah, by doing so, we would like to invite OIC countries to participate in our event. Trade Expo title is Indonesian International Muslim Lifestyle Trade Expo. Will be conducted on August, hosted by us, Indonesian Muslim Entrepreneur Community, and organized by a MICE company, namely Lima Events. We also want to invite Turkish entrepreneurs to invest in Indonesia, because Indonesia is a big market, more than 200 million potential market Muslim community, the world 4th largest middle class. We also will conduct a job fairs to promote our special skill workers to the countries that need us, and also we would like to develop Indonesia as a global halal hub. This is the floor plan for the exhibition next August. Okay, thank you. That's from our associations. Just sharing what we have already done, and we hope that there are some synergy and also collaborations that can be done by attending this seminars, this webinar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bapak Rahmat, for your presentation. So this is a good support from the association to booster UKM, small medium enterprise business, to level up their business into a better market and also better preparation as well. So by the end of Bapak Rahmat, Mr. Rahmat present. So this is the end of our webinar session as well. So for all the participants who comes to this webinar, again, thank you so much for your attendance, your time and effort. If there are any questions that we haven't discussed yet, please again visit our Instagram account @trading to find more information and also discussion, and we can have sharing session as well in the next 2 months. So the webinar series will be delivered within the 2 months, where we would like to address a specific issue, specific concern, what we have done today, like custom and also custom documentation and other from Hepsiburada and anything. And then we will have a detail again in our Instagram, and we will keep you updated one by one. So before ending the session, please have a photo session first. So for anyone who's still joining, which be open, is it good if you could open your camera so that we can have a photo session? Untuk Bapak Ibu yang masih bergabung, sekali lagi terima kasih ya sudah meluangkan waktunya. Kita akan punya photo session dulu. Siapa yang nanti akan membantu untuk photo sessionnya, Mbak Hanifah ya?
Ya, betul.
Ya, oke. Mungkin kita lepas dulu Mbak semua pin-nya. Dan bisa dijadikan view-nya untuk galeri. Silakan Mbak Hanifah dikasih aba-aba. Untuk Bapak Ibu, silakan bergabung semuanya. Boleh dibuka dulu kameranya. Sudah sampai di akhir sesi ini. Mbak Hanifah, silakan.
Okay, I will start take 3 slides. 1, 2, 3. Okay, move to second slide. Nah, 1, 2, 3. Move to third slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Baik, terima kasih so much, Bapak Imam, Miss Sinem, Bapak Rakesh, Bapak Emilio, Mr. Jan, Mr. Ahmed, dan juga Bapak Rahmat untuk partisipasinya. Mohon maaf untuk segala kesalahan, kekurang sempurnaan kami dalam melakukan webinar hari ini. Insya Allah ikuti terus webinar series berikutnya untuk membahas isu-isu yang lebih detail dan spesifik. Kami akan tampilkan jadwalnya melalui laman Instagram kami. Silahkan follow juga laman untuk Hepsiburada, Sarina, Mar Logistik, dan tentunya untuk KPMI. Mudah-mudahan forum ini bermanfaat untuk Bapak Ibu semua, tidak hanya memberikan perspektif baru, tapi juga benar-benar membuka jalan gitu ya untuk level up bisnisnya. Demikian akhir dari sesi ini. Sekali lagi terima kasih untuk partisipasinya. Selamat melanjutkan aktivitas. Izin pamit untuk Bapak semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you everyone. Thank you Pak Rakesh, John, Ahmed, and also everyone. Pak Anjen. Terima kasih banyak. Look forward for further collaboration. Thank you. Izin leave.